Welcome back. If you are just joining, you are watching Daily Politics on Trust TV. Do well to follow the conversation across our social platforms on Facebook, Instagram, and watch us live on YouTube. The resurgence of terrorists killing people in parts of the southwest region is threatening the social fabric of the region, which fears it might undermine the fragile, peaceful atmosphere in the affected states, where a significant number of Nigerians from other ethnic nationalities dwell in search for their livelihood. We have in the studio Hadi Sani. He is the Senior Special Assistant to Ogun State Governor on Inter-Ethnic Affairs. He is also the Secretary, Arewa Community of Southern Nigeria. Hadi, welcome to the program.
Thank you so much. Pleasure being in the Abuja studio to discuss this issue of national importance.
Yes, issue of national importance. What do you think is the immediate cause of resurgence of these killings, especially in the southwest part of Nigeria?
Thank you. You know, for you to understand the insecurity nature we found ourselves in, you must be able to dwell into the root cause of the issue. You cannot deny the fact that we have some issues that were imported due to some crises that erupted in a country like Libya. Oh. When there was a breakdown of law and order in Libya, when the government was turned over, a lot of criminalities flew through Chad, Niger, Cameroon, and found themselves down to Nigeria. You might ask, why Nigeria? Nigeria is one of the most economically viable countries within the sub-Saharan states. And when criminals found themselves within this region, Nigeria is one of the most viable countries that can dwell their criminality and make a lot of funds. Unfortunately, Nigeria as a country is so compounded. We have over 250 million people with over 200 ethnic groups. And southern Nigeria, as we stand, has a natural phenomenon that binds them with northern Nigeria. Naturally, we have some commodities that God created. That commodities alone, it's a binding factor. A case study of like a kola nut. Kola nut is widely produced, harvested in southern part of Nigeria, but the consumption is mostly in northern part of the country. So this is a natural phenomenon that binds both countries together. But be that may, we cannot deny the fact that...
And maybe you also talk about tomatoes from northern Nigeria, yes, or
livestock.
Cattle. Oh, yes.
Yeah, livestock is vis-a-vis. So as our forefathers went to southern part of the country to go and buy kola nut down to the north, they also take their livestock and food items down to the south. That shows you natural phenomenon of uniting the country. But currently, the level of insecurity in northern part of the country has significantly affected the peaceful coexistence that has been sustained in the southern part of the country over the years. You cannot deny the fact that the banditry we are witnessing in the northwest, the Boko Haram insurgency we are witnessing in the northeast, and the kidnapping and other banditry activities, farmer-saddle conflict in north central has affected huge economic migration to southern part of the country. And whenever you have a huge economic migration, it comes along with a bit of criminal tendencies, because we have some criminal elements that escaped a security challenge and found themselves down to the southern part of the country. As we stand, we know southern part of the country is one of the most economically viable segment of the country. I had a discussion yesterday with the Honorable Minister of Livestock Development at the SGF office, Dr. Idris. We had a critical engagement on how to invest much more to resolve farmer-saddle conflict in southern part of the country, a case study of Ogun State, which has a huge potentiality of dry season grazing. Ogun State and other neighboring states harbors a lot of herders, especially during dry season, because we have a lot of huge rivers with connecting streams that creates an enabling environment for herders to graze their land. But the overpopulation of these herders has complicated matters. Conflict keeps erupting, but we put in enough energy to see how to resolve the matter amicably. But the truth being told, the issue is getting compounded, and we have a critical engagement of the Ministry of Livestock.
Some believe that those in position of authority, yes, they are not willing to to resolve some of these crises? You, as Senior Special Assistant to the Ogun State Governor on Inter-Ethnic Affairs, first, how did you found yourself in this position? And then how will you now dismiss this claim that governors and those around them are not willing to actually resolve this existential problem?
Actually, I've been committed to this course. I'm currently a PhD student at the University of Ibadan on Inter-Ethnic Affairs, indigenous and non-indigenous activities. And a direct answer to such claim is the establishment of Ministry of Livestock Development. It has become over the decades now.
At the national level?
At the national level,
okay.
Yes. And the role is not just to sit in Abuja, is to cascade the policy plan to the state, to the federation states. That is why we are engaging the Ministry of Livestock to come and start implementing these policies. That is what they are doing. I think this determined effort of government to establish this ministry has answered that question that government are determined now, because the issue is becoming overwhelmed.
Maybe the government at the center, at the state. Okay, can you speak for your governor now?
Indeed.
What has he done differently? I mean, to say that, okay, you can still be here, but these are your boundaries.
Yes, thank you.
Because what I know is that they have been banished in many states in the southwest.
Thank you so much. I think Ogun State is one of the most peaceful coexistent states in southern Nigeria. It has been well established. The government has created a peacekeeping committee that were cascaded into the all local government to look into such matters on how to resolve issues between farmers and herders amicably. These are long-age issues that need urgent intervention, and we are always at alert. We make sure we create a cluster and we make ourselves available to resolve this matter. Part of the effort of the governor is for me to be here in Abuja to discuss further issues, that we have been managing these situations, but we understand it requires federal intervention. And thank God it has been established. But if you can make a research, you understand Ogun State is one of the most peaceful coexistent states and highly friendly, that has a lot of mechanism in ensuring food and human security.
Yeah, but then beyond that, if you are doing this in Ogun, what about Oyo? What about Ekiti? These are contiguous states in a way. Is there the political will across all the states to resolve, or you cannot speak for them?
Actually, to a certain extent, I can speak for them, as I'm the secretary of the radio community of 17 southern states. Leadership of northerners in the southern part of the country, we have a forum, especially people that are in government circle. We have a forum in which I'm the strategist of that forum, I'm the secretary general of that forum. So we move along to make sure we resolve issues. Some issues that are beyond the state, they cascade to us, and we see how we intervene to the state governors, while some we take them down to the federal government. I discuss a lot of issues outside of the state to other southern states of the country with the Honorable Minister. We dissect it critically, and we also set an agenda. I'll be having another meeting with his technical assistant tomorrow to dissect it and come up with a master plan that will start implementation soon. We are quite aware of the problem. As I told you, I'm a PhD student specifically on this issue. We are determined towards, if not eradicating totally, but mitigating to the minimum barest level. You know, we cannot deny the fact that constitutionally, under fundamental human rights, section 41 guaranteed freedom of movement. We can live anywhere we need in the country, but we also need to be determined towards making it convenient enough not to overburden anybody within the circle. We can make it a win-win situation. That is our target now.
And this brings me to this question. Why are young people, you see, aged between 15 and 35, why are they trooping out of the north to the south? Have you, maybe in the course of your study or in the course of your interaction with them or their leaders, what are some of the reasons?
Thank you so much. That's migration, and it's a segment I did a critical research on. It is basically an economic migration, which was propelled by the insecurity and economic hardship in other parts of the country. People are being chased out of their farmland. They cannot farm any longer. They have nowhere to stay. Some villages are being deserted. They have no choice than to move out. And, you know, we that were in the southern part of the country, we have the historical antecedent on how people move from the north to southern part of the country. Then, the only father will come to the southern part of the country, the family will be at home here. Then we used to call them Enchirani. During the dry season, they will come back. During land preparation, they will come back to north to come and farm their land. So at that moment, we get to know we are that are indigenous over there. The community where we have non-indigenous will be silent.
When you say indigenous over there,
Yes.
are you originally from the south or you are from the north?
No, we have also people that we can call indigenous non-indigenous that are being born there.
Are you one of them?
I'm one of them.
You are originally from which state?
I'm originally from Sokoto State, but we have so many people that has been part of
Maybe
those
you were born and brought up in
Yes, a lot.
Your father or is it
yes.
grandfather?
No, my father. We school around. I went to Abu Zaria. I came back, went to University of Ibadan. We have so many people like that, but we understand the coming before used to be the father will come, the parent, the mother and the children will be down there in the south just to come and hustle for some time. During the farming season, they will go back. But now people are coming with their entire family,
and without maybe any expertise.
Without any expertise.
So are you getting agitated? Are you worried that they are seen as parasites in a way?
The issue is that it is an economic migration, as I said, because where they are, there is a threat of economic inviability. The insecurity is playing a major role. But over there, as leaders, we understand the fact that it poses some level of threat. At times, you will see people full load of truck. They are offloading them in the community. Those people will have a kind of fear. We receive a lot of complaints. Some communities, host communities of those communities, are even afraid that the immigrants are getting more populated than them. That poses a lot of threat. That people come in without even no idea of what I want to do. So which means they are just moving in. They are moving in and they are willing to do anything. We as leader, we look around, we do all we can on how to regulate that, on how to see how we can help some, how to open up opportunities. But indeed, it's an issue of concern, and we are investing our time to look into that. We are also proposing a national a workshop for like a week. I'm proposing that we're going to be having a workshop at the University of Ibadan. We're having a lot of research institute on how to train our leaders to manage these immigrants.
Even the leaders.
Our leaders, because they are losing control, because the population is becoming highly expanded. So they require to be tutored, to be certified, to understand the knowledge on how to analyze the immigrants, because they are coming in large numbers, and we cannot shy away the fact that it needs a critical management.
But do you think, or have you seen a corresponding determination from our governors, especially in the north? Because these are their children. They're supposed to take care of them, not to abdicate their responsibility. Or you think their attention is somewhere else?
I think one of the major issues the governors are facing now is most of them are overshadowed with the insecurity challenges. You cannot deny the fact that some are investing huge lots on this insecurity issue. And I knew we used to have. There are some agencies I used to work with closely, the National Commission for Almajiri and out-of-school children. It's an issue not just for the other part of the country, for the south. We have first-hand information, we receive them. People are coming in with huge number of children that they cannot go to school. The parents are not even settled. They do not have economic viability. So how we send them to school? We're also doing a lot in how can we also attend to those children. We also have a National Commission for, I think, immigrant and displaced fellows. We are also calling on to them to also look, this immigrant and displaced fellow now is not just in the insecurity, it's not just in Maiduguri and Kebbi and Jigawa and Zamfara now. We also have a segment of that over there in the southern part of the country, because we're having people that are coming without any idea. Some don't even have idea of where am I going to. So they see a truck and they jump in.
And so it's like Amotekuna and all that. They go overboard in tackling some of these
a lot. And we make sure we work hand in hand to them that, okay, see, if they come in, they always invite us to come and maybe profile, to screen. You know, it's a thing of challenge. Just see a truck full load of people. At times, when they arrest them, we come on board, we profile. If you can't see any maybe criminal element, we say, okay, how can we resolve the matter? The one that can be found around a minor job or anything they can do, or if you want to have relatives. So far, there is no any incriminating element around them. But there is no way you can eliminate that. Whenever you see full of people, you cannot vouch that everybody will have a pure mind.
A father, no matter what, cannot surrender his responsibility to his in-law or whatever. What advice, in less than 1 minute, will you give northern governors? Because it is their primary responsibility. No matter what southern governors or Ogun State Governor decide to do, that will ameliorate this problem. What do you think the northern governors must do to address this, needless movement of young and vibrant people from the region to other parts of the country?
See, thank you so much.
In less than 1 minute, because we are running out of time.
This window to call on to them to look towards this direction. I think it is a window. Can I say they are not really having a clear perspective about? You need to look. It's a serious issue. They need to look into and listen to us. Intervene. You should know that there are segments of your citizens that are out there, and the host community are trying their best. The governments over there are trying to their best not to be tribalistic in nature, not to be ethnocentric in nature, but we really need intervention from the northern governors. They need to be determined, both inward by taking care of people, creating enabling environment, improving the educational sector, and having a short and long-term policies that will improve the economy and empower the youth.
Not also, the palliative we are seeing.
Not the palliative. Palliative cannot go along.
Thank you very much, Hadi Sani.
Thank you so much.
Senior Special Assistant to Ogun State Governor on Inter-Ethnic Affairs, and also the Secretary Iowa Community of Southern Nigeria, for coming to the program. And thank you for what you said within the shortest time that we allotted to you. We hope to have you some other time.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
And viewers, that's a wrap on today's package. We hope you found the conversation engaging and informative. Join us tomorrow for another interesting package of daily productions. Here, I'm Hamza Idris. Bye-bye for now.